So I just finished doing what I said I was going to do in the other video, and I carved this lip away here because it was out too much. And I realize now, if I go looking, you see the upper lip also has the same problem. And that may have more to do with me trying to put the angle in the face, I'm not sure. But it's funny because as I was carving this, I was remembering as a little kid, I don't remember what age I was, in grade school of some sort, maybe middle school. My mother actually told me once, don't smile so big, it makes your lips too thin. And of course, being my mother and wanting to please her, my first thought was, I don't know how to not smile so big. And then my other thought was, I don't want to have to think about what I look like when I'm smiling. Because also I'm of the generation, and maybe it still happens, I hope not, but in which little girls are often told, smile more, smile more. It's like, why would I walk around smiling all the time like a puppet? But anyway, I always, every time somebody would say that to me, I'd feel like saying to them, do something that makes me want to smile. And I smile. It's natural. Anyhow, so I'm going to be working more, even on the more than on the critique of what I just finished recording for you, because these wonderful different angles, 3D art is beautiful that way. I get many different ways to understand what it is I'm changing in the face and why. And then I will come over here and make her smile a little more. Ciao. Oh, I should add that my mother was a runway model, so I'm sure that she told me that because she probably heard it a lot herself. And those were the times. So I got told a lot of information when I was a majorette, too, about wearing certain things and doing stuff a certain way and this and that and the other. It's all funny now, but it was traumatic for me back then. Okay, I'm back again because I have another example. Excuse me, I'm not speaking with anybody, I guess. Another example of watching what your butt end is doing of the tool. What I mean is, I'm attempting right now, there's a slight crease where I made a change in direction from the cheek here. I've worked on it a little bit, so it's not a harsh line like it was a little bit before, but I'm trying to round this out, and then I've been making the face go back here, as I was speaking about earlier. So the thing is, I can't really get to this part so easily with this tool because the point keeps banging into other things. But I like this tool because it has a good surface for doing exactly what I need to do, and it's strong. It's not like my other tool like this that's tiny. However, if you watch, I have to be careful because if I get to the angle where I can sand this, all of a sudden the chin could be getting sanded away there. And so I have to be careful because if I put the tool up like this, I'm not actually hitting the surface here that I need. And I can go around this way, but you see, so you see some of the problem with this. It could be that I end up having to take paper here, but also I need to get down into this crevice here and soften this little dent that I've got underneath the mouth here. And that may be that I have to come in with something round to do this and just chalk it up to more time, because this is actually the tool that's not going to damage anything else. But anyway, you can see my point that if I do this, I could easily be sanding away the chin, and that's a no-no. Okay, so now I'm looking at this eye again. I hope that you can see it in the video because sometimes I don't see things in there when I'm pointing them out. Ciao. Buon lavoro. Okay, do you see the curve of the eyelid here? It's starting to go around, so I'm getting the depth in there. And then the problem is that when I come up against the hair, you see that the cheek is not curving back. So here maybe you can see it even better. That I've got a bit of stone right there that's connecting the hair to the face, and it's stopping me from giving the illusion that this eyeball is three-dimensional, and also that the cheek is three-dimensional, because I don't want the cheek to come out like this and come out wider. So this is the part that I need to work on here and create the separation between the hair and the cheek and the hair and the eyeball that needs to go back. Because again, from this side I can see this is higher, and then I've curved around here. Although the eyelid for my taste is catching too much light here, even though the sculpture's upside down. Whoops. even though the sculpture is upside down, I can still see that I've got too much eyelid. And I'm actually in favor of having this sort of disappear into the, you don't necessarily need to see the detail of the corner of the eye. I find that a little bit interesting, but I'm more interested in the round thing. Do you see what's interesting about the light here on the other eye is you're only getting it on the lid right here. Do you see that? Because the rest of it curves back in, and then you have the shadow of the nose coming in, but it's still, if I saw eyelid over closer to the right or to the left, I would realize I didn't have enough curve in that eyeball because the eyelid sits on the sphere of the whites of the eyes with the iris in it. Okay, I think I beat that horse to death, eh? Borsheimarts.com. Thank you for watching. Ciao, ciao.